I'll tell you one thing. When you're outside your comfort zone, now I have an expanded comfort zone. So you could drop me, I'm certain, anywhere in the world, and I would find a way to kick back within the first little while. I'm a bit of a cactus that way. But even I have my limitations. And teaching kids school, no. That's outside Anthony's realm. I did it today. There was problems getting signed on, so I was about to smash the computer. I was going to give it a Hulk smash, and the teacher was and these teachers, I'll tell you what, I get mad because they're not in school, and it gets frustrating, and I might, like anybody else, post stuff, but at the end of the day, these are people too, and for the most part, like any large group of people, the vast majority of them are great people, and Oliver's teacher called me on my cell phone from her cell phone to try and get him signed in and straightened away, and I really appreciated that. Really puts things into perspective when you have an actual voice on the other end of the phone, and you can tell how stressed out they are over all that's going on. So for those of you who maybe haven't been following along, school is not open right now in Ontario. It's supposed to open on Monday, but it's not open right now. So I'm trying to get, we get in last night. It was a great time just to get away, right? You don't realize how kids not going to school. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're like, oh yeah, of course that's stressful, but you don't know it until you go through it, right? Taking the kids to the barn every day and trying to get the horses done and trying to get their schooling done. It's frustrating and it's a lot. And just before you say, oh poor Anthony, most of this was with my wife. So poor Amy, as we should have that put in the shirt. So anyway, I get over here, get situated. It was such a nice night last night. I just got to relax. We went to the pool, and I get to sit there in the pool like a big shot and watch our two horses race fantastic. White Tiger was tremendous. Locatelli was good. Now, it wasn't all perfect. Jazzy Judy made a break earlier on, and for those of you who know Jazzy Judy, sorry, red light, but there's not much I can do. For those of you who know Jazzy Judy, that was a yellow light, by the way. Relax. For those of you who know Jazzy Judy, you know she's had her struggles with tying up. Now, let me set the table for you. They were snowed out last week, so the race was supposed to be on Monday. Let's assume that Jim jogged her on Sunday. I may not. Let's assume that he did. Monday she would have stood, expecting to race. Didn't race, so she didn't go out Monday. Tuesday, maybe there was a ton of snow and he couldn't get on the track Tuesday. Maybe there was there was definitely a break in her schedule. You know where I'm going with this. Horses like her, globetrotting, and a number of those horses need to be on a structured work schedule. It's not Jim's fault. There's nothing you can do. If the races are canceled and there's a ton of snow coming down, not much you can do. You just do the best you can. Now, it was uplifting to hear him say, and I knew before I sent the message, I said, hey, Philly looked a little bit out of sorts today. Everything okay? Question mark. I already knew the answer before I sent it. He said, yeah, she tied up a little bit last week. I thought she'd be okay, but clearly she wasn't. Timmy said she was sound otherwise. So, two takeaways from that small message after a pretty crappy race was she's sound, one, and two, she didn't tie up bad enough that she couldn't race, and she didn't tie up bad enough that she didn't look like she could function. She just looked out of sorts. So a bad day, a bit of a bad day for Jazzy. Not the end of the world. She'll be back hopefully next week or the week after. She'll be back at them soon enough. Got to watch the two horses race. Man, they raced good, didn't they? James drove them good, but at no point, I told you guys about how, as a driver, you just know sometimes, right? Like the other night with Swan's Honey, I didn't care. Go ahead and park me. She's going to win anyway. It didn't matter. And you have that feeling sometimes. And there's two sides of that coin also. The other feeling is you just know something's going to go wrong, and generally it does. But, I got that sense when White Tiger crossed over the front. Yeah, the race is over. Like Locatelli crossed over the front. Race seemed over because the horses their body language just seemed so good. Harry, Jason, Amy, Nellie, everybody associated with those horses are just doing such a great job with them right now. They just both looked incredible. And then woke up this morning and realized that our horse in Australia won for the second time in a row. The little filly, I think she's a filly, Colt, I don't know, Warwee Flyer. But look good again. Didn't look fantastic, but look good. Get the job done, you look great. That's the way it is. Now tonight we have two horses. We have Tortolindi Racing and Compass Rose DC. It's freezing cold over here. I'm going to take Lauren and the kids to lunch first. Then we're going to get to racing tonight. Now, I was very happy to wake up today from a number of phone calls. Funny how you win a couple of races and your phone rings a little easier. I really didn't know what was going to take place with the Meadowlands sale as far as, who wanted to be a part of it. Were we going to buy horses? Were we not going to buy horses? I don't know. As I joked about the other day, it would be backed by popular demand. And it's a little more popular now. So I'm going to let everybody in on a little secret. If you don't get in on the... and I don't know how many spots are left. I'm going to have to talk to Kelly about this later. But if you don't get in on that partnership with the two horses, and I've capped it at 90 now. I'm not going over it. The horses I'm looking at, it just makes no sense to go any higher than that. So maybe that played a role also. I don't know. But we're going to be full up. Long before I fly to the Meadowlands sale, I believe those partnerships will be full up. And that isn't a threat. I'm not trying to drum up business. Just giving everybody a heads up because this happened at the Ohio sale. Everybody said it's not fair. I get shut out. We are going to buy one, maybe two horses at the Meadowlands sale. That price for both will not exceed $90,000 US. When I went to bed yesterday, there was almost 40 shares sold. Today, there's somewhere around 90, I believe, as you can imagine. Two people had said they want upwards of 25% of the partnership. They want 25% of the two horses, which I'm completely fine with. I'm empty, guys. Thank you. Which I'm completely happy with. So just letting everybody know, I can move some stuff around. If we really get full and people are saying, hey, can I get in? Maybe the guys that wanted 25 will take 20. I don't know, but I am telling you it's getting close to filling up. So there's that. Now we had another group of people asking me, Anthony, who are we breeding our mares to? I've been quietly probing people, talking to people over the last little while. Now I talked about Captain Corey. I don't know why I thought that he wouldn't be full. He is enclosed with a waiting list, a seaman waiting list apparently. So just my preliminary takes on where we're going with our horses. Now, I like what I saw from Dewey Ann, but now that we know her babies can be bigger than her, I'm a little more prone to maybe look for a bigger stallion. We had all the international monies I saw this year were giants, all of them. They all look great. They all look fantastic. So I'm much more prone to say international money, maybe. I did make a commitment to Long Tom to send two horses to him, so I'll be completely upfront with everybody. This is the list that I've made. This is how I see it, and it's open for discussion right now. So, Dewey Ann, I'm almost leaning towards international money with Dewey Ann. She's supposed to foal out, I believe, in April, and when that happens, we'd have to catch her on her full heat again. Geez, I'd love to get that moved back another month. So I don't know. Dewey Ann is, of the 8 mares on this list, she's the one that's still wide open for me. I don't know for sure. So Dewey Ann, just to let everybody know, her knees bothered her when she was young. She was a little toed in, a little weaker filly, small, but had a great attitude. Now her colt, My 1%, has been awesome since we broke him. Really, really impressed with that colt. Now the filly has had some sickness issues. I'm actually going to bring her up to the farm for a couple of weeks to have a couple of people look at her to make sure she's okay, because last thing, this is important. The developmental stage of any youngster, whether it's human or horse, is very important. So we're going to bring Dewey Ann's filly up to Tomiko Training Center, I believe, for a week or two. I want Allison Moore to look at her, and I want Allison Moore to look at the filly just to make sure everything's all right. It's precautionary, but when it comes to horse, especially Dewey Ann's baby, I love this mare, and I want to make sure everything is right. So that aside, what are we doing with Dewey Ann as of right now? You're gonna put you're gonna put my feet to the fire and say, okay, what are we doing? I'm leaning international money. on 2 horses. The other one is My Jazz, for the very reasons I just told you. So, Dewey Ann, I'm leaning towards international money, but again, wide open to discussion. I know a lot of people said Trixton. Well, the problem with Trixton is he's got Trixton's knees, right? Every Trixton we had issues with their knees. We have a filly that already has weak knees. Probably not going to go there. Green Mantle, she's full. We have Ready for Money. We have a million places we could go. I'm just throwing it out there. As of right now, international money's in the lead for me, for Dewey Ann. Canadian Titan. Do we go back to my MVP? Where do we go with her? I'm also leaning long Tom with this filly. You're going to see me maybe skip Ontario this year for no other reason than it's a very difficult jurisdiction, very, very tough jurisdiction, and the money there isn't as good as other places. Now, we do have mares that could stand there. They could be eligible to benefits and to rewards or whatever, but at the same time, I'm looking at what's best I'm looking at the yearling. So I think this is important to say. Any of you out there that own these mares with us, we are keeping these yearlings. None of them are going to be up for public auction unless, quite frankly, we just don't like them. And if we don't like them, we'll make it well known, hey, not for us, maybe it's for you. But these yearlings aren't going to be sold. So if there's people out there buying shares thinking we're going to sell these horses, you're in the wrong boat. You're in the wrong lane. It's not going to happen. So, Dewey Ann, international money. Canadian Titan, another one who's wide open also. I did commit 2 mares to Long Tom, so I was thinking maybe Canadian Titan? I don't know. It's possible. Stolen Dance. I want to double down on Uncle Peter. I like the Uncle Peters. I like the ones we've had. I like the ones we have now. She's already at the farm. They're doing a great job taking care of her. And I don't have any reason to say no on Uncle Peter, so I think we just go right back to Uncle Peter. Compass Rose DC was a little trickier. I love the enterprises that we have right now, right? I absolutely love them, and I think that Compass Rose DC would suit that sire well. I'm looking at the 2 or 3 that we're training. They all look really, really nice. These are hard decisions. And again, this is all preliminary stuff, but it will be locked down over the next little while. Path of Totality. I would breed this mare to anybody. And I'll tell you how I landed on this sire. I'll tell you who it was right off that. It's Father Patrick, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, this was brought to my attention. I never thought of this. Green Shoe is a Father Patrick out of a Donato Hanover mare. So there's that right off the top. Secondly, I didn't know if I love Father Patrick, but 2 of the best horses we have training under our roof right now are Father Patrick's. Enzo, Guello, and Merchant Man, and Sister Solange. 3 of them are all Father Patrick's, and they are killing it right now. So I got thinking, you already have the line that's proven with Green Shoe and a number of other horses. A mare that we love, and we have the proof in the barn in 2022 training right now that look fantastic. Hard for me not to get too excited about this. I think it's a slam dunk. He's a $10,000 stud fee. I believe in this mare so much I would have went to Walner, but there is no Walners, right? I would have went to Chapter 7. There is no Chapter 7s available. There wasn't. Green Shoe is expensive, $30,000. For a third of that, I can get Green Shoe's daddy. So I think maybe I'm leaning Father Patrick right now. There might be some Father Patrick haters out there right now. Too bad. I'm not one of them. My Jazz, as I said, international money makes sense to me. And then Capistrano. And again, the international monies, these are, again, this is me just putting it out there. We could go to a number of horses with My Jazz if that's the route we choose to go. And Capistrano, we went to Lather Up again last year. Do we double down on him? Maybe. Or we might go to somebody like Catch the Fire, who's standing in Ohio. So those are our 8 brood mares right now. I think it's long overdue that we have a very open conversation. I've talked to a number of the stakeholders in these horses and a number of the breeders, a number of the people that we do business with. What are their thoughts? What do they think? But at the end of the day, I think this is where we're looking at right now. Dewey Ann, international money, Canadian Titan, Long Tom. Stolen Dance, Uncle Peter. Muscle Chrome, I jumped over. She's the other one going back to Long Tom. She's going to fold out to Long Tom this year. Compass Rose DC, going to throw a little curveball with Enterprise. Love those horses. Path of Totality, Father Patrick, My Jazz, International Money, and Capistrano. Either double down on Lather Up or Catch the Fire. Either one is fine with me. So that's where we're at right now. I know I kind of sprung that on you, but we are going to lock these horses in over the next few weeks. It's not that I haven't been paying attention, but I wanted to get a look at our horses, right? I want to go look at how do our international monies look. Pretty good. Carter Michael Dio, international money. Spitfire Overseas, international money. Crantini, international money. They look very, very good. I didn't just come up with this list on a whim. You know, I didn't have a little wheel and just spin the wheel. I mean, I was looking to see how our horses were training before I made a decision. And I really didn't think I'd land on Father Patrick for Path of Totality, but how can I? After what I've seen from the horses in the barn by Father Patrick this year in training. And then that Father Patrick Donato Hanover line has already produced a world champion and one of the most anticipated sires in recent memory, aside from Walner, who, by the way, wasn't super anticipated until he was anticipated, which was after his first year. So, anyway, that's where we're at right now. A lot went on yesterday. Super pumped. Just so gratifying to watch White Tiger and Locatelli do so well. Hoping for good things tonight. We drew the outside a couple of spots tonight. I know a lot of people are a little surprised Swan's Honey was in Thursday. I looked at it like this. If they were ever going to claim her, it would be this Saturday in that same class. And I'm not worried about losing her, but I don't want to lose. An opportunity to give her a chance to race at Mohawk. I love this mare. So they called looking for a horse, and we entered her. What's up, Barry?
How you doing, man? I said, you need help with anything?
This is Shaggy Barry. Look, this is one of our guys here.
Hey,
one of our guys here in Ohio.
Shaggy
Barry. We're going to get you a little raise. When's your birthday?
March 1st.
March? Yeah, we'll get you some razors for March 1st.
Nice. I just got yelled at for not having a beard.
I don't know who would ever do that, but it's not me.
What is that?
That's coffee. If you want to do, are you a coffee guy?
I'm good.
What do you mean you're good?
I'm
it's
good.
A box of coffee. What am I? I don't even drink coffee.
I had one.
I'll bring it to the driver's room. That's where I'll take it.
Yeah.
What about a hot chocolate?
I'm good, man.
Okay, here, take these in, will you? Hot chocolates.
You got horses to unload or anything?
No horses to unload. I'm going to load 3 up and take them out of here tomorrow. Okay. After we're done training. How'd everybody go today?
Good.
Who's your favorite one so far, training back?
I'm really high on that Voyage.
Oh my God. Jiminy Hurts, that horse is broken?
I know, but
here.
Man, I got him on that EPM now and feeding him that mash.
Yeah.
Him and Procrastinator.
I love Procrastinator. I think he could be a good
really
horse.
Turned around is looked half dead when she showed that off Tom. I don't know what
Yeah, she's a real docile filly.
But man, she is putting weight on, starting to shine, and got a bright eye.
I love that filly. She's always been my favorite. Don't tell her.
Got her on that. What is it? A Pressaball or a Prepamol or what?
Omeprazole.
Yeah, I can't even say it.
I'll write it down for you.
But, yeah,
is Lauren in there?
No, so I was it.
Where the hell did she go?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to call her. She must be getting change or something.
I think she went to doll up for you.
yeah.
Take her.
We're gonna go to Outback maybe.
Yeah.
What time's it open? It's open, wouldn't it be?
Gotta be.
All right. Well, I'll see you later on. We'll be here tomorrow. We got a ton to train, eh?
Yeah, we'll be all right.
All right.
We'll be good.
All right.
Have a good night, bud.
All right.
Good luck
Thanks.
tonight.
That's one of our guys, Barry. He's been fantastic with the babies when we broke them over here. We were really lucky to pick him up. He was working for Rosie, who's on the other side of us, and ended up coming to work for us later in the fall. Very patient guy. We lost one of our good riders, Joey Cramp, actually went with Rosie to North Carolina or South Carolina for the winter to train their babies down there. I can't really blame them, and Joey went with them. Good guy for us, done a lot for us. So hopefully we can get him back in the summer. But for right now, the reason I brought the trailer with me, we're bringing 3 home and then 3 next week. These guys want to stay around 22 horses. They're up around 24 right now, or 25. There's Lauren. And then we'll get them in a better spot. How you doing? Did you thaw out yet?
Yeah.
Here's Lauren, everybody. Little Lauren.
Hi there.
You ready to go to lunch?
Yep.
All right. So Lauren and I are going to go to lunch and discuss the burn and how things are going, how things need to go heading into the spring and into the summer. Jason will like to be coming back. I don't know, did Jason ever tell you when he's coming back?
No.
Who knows, around April or something, I don't know. Anyway, for right now, you guys are completely up to date. It's Tuesday, right? This is a frigid Tuesday. As much as I hated teaching the kids school, I think I might have hated more jogging horses here in this cold weather. It's supposed to be nicer tomorrow. We'll get everything trained up tomorrow. A big update coming tomorrow. If you're wondering how your horses are doing in Ohio, you'll know tomorrow afternoon. Take care.